Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Highly Motivated with your host this evening, Oraganji. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the smoke. Welcome to the chit-chat. Because that's what it is tonight. Look, I'm exhausted. I'm like physically and mentally just like super drained right now. And I feel it. The week is flying by. It's incredibly busy. Like nonstop busy. That's what's been going on all week, nonstop busy, but I'm excited. I'm excited because we're here, we're live, we're coming to you on LinkedIn, Twitch, Kick, Rumble, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. No, not Instagram. Not Instagram tonight, not Insta-cha-cha. And I'll be honest, tonight I really don't have anything planned. I don't really have many set conversations. I have things that I'd like to talk about. I have things that I'd like to bring up. But honestly, beyond that, I'm not overly prepared tonight. I ran in here. I just got back. I'm telling you, I've been like nonstop, chock-a-block. Lucky I made it home in time. And that's exactly it. Lucky I made it home in time. So welcome everybody to the show. Welcome to Highly Motivated. Welcome to the show that is, it's you, it's me, it's all of us. It's just this. It's just a talk. It's just a chit chat. Christopher, welcome to the show. Everybody welcome Christopher Sterrell to Highly Motivated. And we got Goopy Ganji or Goopy Chunk. Goopy Chunk, welcome to the show. Welcome to Highly Motivated. So tonight we are live on YouTube and Facebook once again. Instagram and TikTok, they're having issues with me. They're not allowing me into their network. And that's fine. They don't want me in, I don't want to be in. So there you go. So I wanted to start the show tonight smoking a little bit of Gold Flower cannabis. Gold Flower Cannabis is a medical cannabis provider here in the state of Florida. And if you have yourself a medical card in Florida, then you too can smoke Gold Flower Cannabis. Gold Flower, ridiculously good. Like hand-trimmed, living soil, no pesticides, no fertilizers, organics. That's how we should be smoking. Look, the older we're getting, it matters. It matters what you put in your body. Well, it matters as well for cannabis. And I'm enjoying it. This one right here, actually, I'm not even sure what it is. I just cracked it open quickly. It's Blue Dream. Lovely. So I'm smoking a little bit of Blue Dream from Gold Flower Cannabis. And this thing is sitting at, what is it, 28%? 25%. The terps are only 1.8. So the terps are only 1.8, and it's sitting at 25% THC. But it's got a great smell. It's got a good like lemony uplift that comes from Blue Dream. Blue Dream, you always get that like that lemony uplift. Let me see, the YouTube people are, after posting stuff for 24 months, decided that something from 24 months before that would be a reason to cancel my channel. Absurd. They canceled your channel? But they do that. They go back and they're going to look at things and say, no, let's cancel the channel. Or they put you on review. They'll put you on review like right now, TikTok has got me on review, but it's had me on review. It took me off. So every other day I go back, I have to reapply. And they say, no, check back in 3 days. Always 3 days. So let me see. To their credit, they started a pilot program for people to get their channels back. Okay, well, at least they have a pilot program. At least they're doing something to try to bring the channel back. And that's good. That's good. That is very good. What day is it today? Today's Wednesday. It means tomorrow I'm in Orlando. Tomorrow I'm in Orlando. That's so exciting. I love Orlando. There's some good sushi places. But I don't have time for that. I don't have time for sushi, actually. Actually, I don't eat sushi anymore. Only because of the parasites. Because of the parasites that thrive in those kind of environments, sushi is not going to be the healthiest thing to eat. So it's one of those things I had to cut out of the diet. Let me see, where are my glasses? So my green glasses are missing. They're probably in the car. But tonight I do have my yellow glasses. What do you think? See? Still snazzy, still special, kind of golden for Goldflower. And I'm also letting the hair grow out, which is something new. This is like the longest my hair has been. It's like I can almost grab it. I can almost grab it. I've had a buzz cut for over 20 years. For over 20 years, I've had a buzz cut. So now this is like the longest my hair has been. So I'm in that awkward stage. I think I'm always in an awkward stage. I think my hair for the next year will be in an awkward stage. And you know something? I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. I don't give a shit. It is what it is. Let me see. Glasses to glasses make the streams 10 times better. With glasses, it makes the stream 10 times better. I feel that. Listen, I feel that. When I wear my fuzzy jacket, it makes the stream like 10 times better. But it's too hot for that. Florida is already reaching temperatures of 95 degrees. It is like the pits of hell. Florida and the temperature here is like the pits of hell. What are you doing? What is this? What is this? What are you doing? What are you trying to give me? Look. Look. She comes in. You want to say hi? You don't want to say hi to people? What is this? She comes in and gives me a fork. What? Look, you know how many forks I have in here? Why are you bringing forks? Okay. She brought me a fork. I really try not to ask too many questions. Why a fork? Okay, whatever. I will put it here. It's got to be a meme. There's got to be something connected to it. Why she brings me a fork? I shouldn't be drinking this, but I broke down. So before the show started, zero energy. Before the show started, I got home on the last of my energy. Like I walked in the door and whatever I had, getting me inside the door was it. That was it. That was like my total brain function. That was all the energy I had left. But I went and got a soda. I don't drink Cokes anymore, but this is Coca-Cola. I don't drink them, but look, I'm drinking it right now. So I gave up on Cokes to only drink coconut water. But like I tell people, don't feel bad. You know, don't feel bad if you have to break down and drink a Coke. Don't feel bad if you cheat on your diet. You know, sometimes we do that. Sometimes our system fights against us and says, no, I want a Coke. Actually, very soon, Goofy, I'm putting together some lovely things for you. I've got some shoes. Wait, what size are your feet? I guess if it's international, what size feet do you have? Let me see. I've got a hat. I've got some really funky, cool shoes. Like flip-flops. They're like flip-flops. See here, great. Let me see. Are you going to color your beard to match? Am I going to color my beard to match my hair? No, I'm just going to keep letting the beard grow. You're a UK 5. Okay. A UK 5 is, you have small feet. You do have small feet. Okay, actually, those sandals should work. They fit 7'8". So they're actually smaller feet, so they're going to be perfect for you. So tonight, we're just having a quick smoke together, everybody, hanging out here on the show, highly motivated. I am kind of coming down from an insane day. An insane kind of day that has been so hot. Listen, I get in and out of the car a lot. I'm in, I'm out. I'm in, I'm out, like all day long. It's like sometimes 20, 30 times. And by the time you get to the end of the day and you've gotten in and out of the car like 20 odd times, right? I don't know. It drains you. It drains whatever energy you got left. So tonight, I don't want to start talking about aliens. I always want to talk about aliens, but not tonight. Tonight, I don't want to start with anything political, anything religious, I don't want to start with fear. I want to start with a question. When is the last time you actually heard yourself think? This is serious. It's a big question. When is the last time you heard yourself think? Not the scrolling version of you, like you're thinking while looking at your phone. Not the programmed version. Not your survival mode version. Not the version reacting to the headlines of the news, or the notifications on your phones, or the bills that keep coming in, the pressure, the stress, the algorithms, the expectation. I mean you. Because somewhere along the line, you, me, we stopped sitting with ourselves. We stopped sitting with the thought. I know I'm getting there. I'm getting to a point. Look, we stopped sitting with thought itself. We stopped thinking. We became automatic. We wake up. We check the phone. We go to work. We stress. And then we repeat this every single day. We get stuck in thought loops, emotional loops, behavioral loops. We're into the same conversations. We have the same fear. We carry on the same routines. And maybe that's why cannabis is so important to me and so many other people. That's why maybe cannabis has held so much importance, only because when I ask you, have you thought lately? See, not because people just want to get high, but maybe for a brief moment, cannabis interrupts the pattern. So this is part of our micro topic here. Maybe cannabis slows down the machine long enough for you to finally notice that there's a machine running everything. Maybe that deep breath that you take after that first hit, you take a big, long first hit, that super long, deep breath. Maybe that is the first intentional breath that you have taken all day. Intentional breath, your authentic breath. Maybe music sounds deeper because you finally stop multitasking long enough to hear the music. So cannabis makes things taste better. It makes things sound better. Why? Because we're taking an intentional breath. We're listening intentionally. We are acting and doing intentionally. That's what I'm talking about right now. Look, cannabis breaks the cycle. Cannabis is a disruptor. And in that, it stops the machine from putting us in automatic all the time. It stops the machine and allows us to hear music and taste food and be authentic in our friendships and just laugh from here. Laugh from here once again. It's a rare thing. Conversations become meaningful once again because your nervous system has stopped going haywire for a moment. That's where cannabis comes in. It brings back thought, authentic, real, intentional thought. That's why food's better. That's why music's better. That's why people are better. Because it stops the cycle of automatic. And see, cannabis doesn't create thought. It reveals the thoughts that are buried underneath all the noise. That's really the bigger thing tonight. Which thoughts are actually ours? Which thoughts are actually our own? Look, this is huge because to me, I feel like we are more programmed than we realize. To me, I feel as though Facebook and Instagram and your tiki-taki and your doom scrolling feeds control your thoughts, control your life, control the direction of your manifestation of now. It controls your thoughts to where they're no longer your own. I mean, how many opinions did we truly arrive at ourselves? I mean, how many fears were downloaded into us? How many desires were marketed into us? How many insecurities were manufactured for profit by social media? Modern life has become a war for attention, and attention eventually becomes identity. Maybe our micro topic is about attention. Maybe it's about the war of attention. What attention really is, what it means, why it's such a big deal. Because corporations, look, it's not about money. It's not about gold. Not anymore. It's your attention and your energy. That's what it's about. And I think, you know, when I said what, you know, attention is identity. Eventually, that's what it becomes. And I said it's not about gold. It's not about anything. It's the identity that is given to us through social media, through algorithms, through AI. They tell you what to fear. They tell you what to buy, what to hate, what to blame, you know, what success looks like, what beauty looks like, what happiness looks like. It's like we don't know anymore. We don't know. So we need social media to tell us. And after enough of the repetition and consistency that social media provides, you forget your original voice. You forget who you are authentically. That's why we come to the show. That's why we come to Highly Motivated, to reconnect with our authentic self. Thinking about everything. Let me see what's going on here. Wait. Nice. Thank you. Yesterday, I was just chilling in the ocean, just thinking about everything, just about life. Let me see. I'm definitely in a money loop, and it's been a worry for like 7 years now. Poverty is a good kick in the ass to start my time machine project. Poverty is a good reason to get your time machine project in the check. Absolutely. Look, we repeat because they tell us to, and you're right. You get into a loop. I seriously believe that getting high means achieving an altered state of consciousness to higher connection to the cosmos. It breaks the monotony. It breaks the machine. It breaks us out of the algorithm they put us into. Smoking does help. I believe that smoking cannabis, using cannabis, breaks us out of that matrix. Like, this is our disconnection from the programmed world. And now we are the programmer. But I told you, look, you forget your original voice. Social media makes you forget your original voice. It makes you forget who you really are, what your real wants and desires are. Your real wants and desires, your desires and beliefs, not so much wants. Wants is what they tell you. It tastes terrible. Okay. You forget who you are. You forget your voice. And that's why silence feels uncomfortable. Nowadays, for us to be sitting in silence, in a meditative state, it's like we've been programmed to make us feel uncomfortable for sitting in our own silence. Look, Goopy the other day was in the ocean just thinking about things in their own silence, in their own realm of authenticity. That's why people, because silence is such an issue, that's why people reach for their phones every 30 seconds. I don't think anybody's actually watched a movie without reaching for their phone. You notice that? I don't think anybody's actually watched an entire movie recently without reaching for their phone. That's why boredom almost feels painful. Boredom feels painful. It's like if the noise stops, you might finally meet yourself. If the noise finally stops. And maybe that's why intentional cannabis use feels spiritual to me. I mean, it's not magic, it's not escape, it's not fantasy. Just cannabis is an interruption of organized, planned, programmed civilization. Cannabis is not the magic, but the magic. It's not an escape. It's the interruption. The interruption from the programmed fantasy. A temporary disruption in our automatic programming. In the automatic programming of modern existence. An interruption. Maybe the best of interruptions. You know, a moment to sit back and ask yourself, do I even believe the things I believe? Do I believe the things I believe? Am I building my life, or am I just reacting to a suggestion? Who am I? Who am I without the phone? Who am I without social media? Who am I without this noise that is constant? So tonight, that's the conversation. Who the fuck am I? Who am I? I don't know. You don't know. None of us know. Unless we check our phone and it tells us who we are. That should make you mad. That should make you confused. That should make you question and wonder, you know, who am I without the noise? And I'm not preaching. I'm not pretending that I know anything. Anything. Nothing at all. I'm just a person like you. And trying to remember what it feels like to be authentic, to be real, to be something I actually believe and want without something programmed into me. So maybe that's the conversation right now. The conversation is, who am I? Who are you without the noise? And I think cannabis is one of those things that helps me question that. Helps me go back and say, hey, let's talk about it. Let's think about it. Let's go down memory lane. Without the stress, without the fear, without the constant thought of bills and responsibilities and job and quotas and whatever it is. There's a lot of things. Everybody welcome Self to Highly Motivated.
Hey.
How are you tonight? Good to have you here.
Yeah, you know, I wanted to be here, you know, and like I said, I need to do my usual commerce, and but Saturday's 25% off Flower Day. So 25%'s a lot when you're spending a lot of money. That's 25%'s a lot. You know.
Wait, what happened? What happened?
Oh, I'm making my I have to make my trip to the dispensary, and
okay.
Yeah, Saturday's 25% off day.
Oh,
so,
no, that's a good amount. Listen,
that's a good amount.
That pays for the gas.
Yeah.
That pays for gas to go to a dispensary, 100%.
And then I also found out there are other marketing techniques where new time customers, their first 3 visits get a special tiering where it's like 40% off, 30% off. Like they're giving you massive discounts.
Oh, look, Goldflower. Listen, Goldflower Cannabis, which is a medical cannabis provider in the state of Florida, Listen, Christopher right now you're in the Pennsylvania market, and
Yeah,
you go to where?
New
New
Jersey,
Jersey?
let's say.
He
Yeah.
goes to Jersey. And so this is where he buys on the recreational marketplace, recreational medical. So he's pretty excited about a 25% discount. I was just mentioning Gold Flower Cannabis, a medical cannabis provider here in the state of Florida. Their first 3 times that you go, 60% off. The first 3 times, 60% off. Incredible. Hey, Goopy, good night. You have a lovely evening. Have an excellent day tomorrow. And everybody welcome Dodgy Darts. Dodgy Darts. Just dodgy. You're dodgy and you play darts. I think that's going to be it. That's going to be the name.
I think
Dodgy dart player.
When you get messages from real human beings about real life things, about your stuff, like the house, the car, this, that, the family, the kids, that's important.
It is.
That kind of communication. And that's what a cell phone's great for. And we are blessed that we have real-time communication that way. Because I grew up in, what was it, 89, 90, 91? You had to call people on the phone, and maybe they weren't there.
I remember the payphone. I remember the pager. I remember, you had to have everybody's phone number written down somewhere. You're trying to date some
girl, right? And the only way you can call, And then I think I was into computers, and having a pager was a great way of being available to people if they had a computer issue, like that needed immediate attention, right? So
Marcus,
I had a
I want
pager.
to welcome you to the show. Welcome to Highly Motivated. Marcus is joining us from the Facey Bookie. And that's something we do separate over there. So you're right, though. It was a big deal. I remember growing up this way. We didn't look. The phone was a luxury. And I remember Dick Tracy cartoons, and he had a phone on his watch where he was able to look at somebody if they had the same thing, this technology.
Are you U.S. native? Were you born in the U.S. or did you come
I was born in New York. No, I was born in New York.
Okay.
My mom in Israel, my father in England. And so, but they came over here and they already started the process of becoming citizens. And it took them 20 years to become citizens.
Oh, wow.
See, look, back then it wasn't overnight.
Wrong. That's what's wrong.
It was a problem, yes. But my dad and my mom kept trying, and they kept paying the monthly fees, and they kept doing this, and they kept showing up, and
it's like
I mean, look,
you're married, you got kids here, like you got connections, I had that with a friend. His mother was on a green card until the day she died, and she was married to a U.S. citizen. I was like, I thought that was an automatic thing, and apparently it's not.
No, it's not. It's not. Yeah. But I'm not just domestic. I'm international. I have international family all over the place, from Ireland to Scotland. We've got people in England.
Nice.
We've got a crest. We've got a Scottish crest. We've got
you got a lot of culture going on there, brother.
Let me tell you. Well, so each person in my family was born somewhere else. We are the United Nations,
right?
In a family.
That's great.
And it's wild. My grandfather on the Israeli side, he might have been Palestinian.
Right.
We don't know.
Yeah, people are mixed up all over there, and the Middle East I don't understand it totally, but that's been going the conflict in the Middle East over the land and everything, and I was amazed that in Iran they have Christians that celebrate Christmas.
Oh yeah,
street.
Look, the Jewish culture in Iran was actually, they were very close at one point.
Yeah.
So the Arabic
stuff, right?
Parts of you have Israelis and Arabs.
Yeah.
But they were really one. They were family. I want to say it here, and I want people to hear this.
Semitic.
The two sides.
They're all Semitic. That's the thing. They're all Semitic.
They're all right.
They're all Semitic.
We were brothers and sisters. And over the thousands of years, I don't believe land belongs to anybody. I believe we belong to the land. We belong to the sky and to the Mother Earth. We belong to the energy of all of this. Yeah. And one day we go back to that energy. One day in some way, our physical body goes back to nourish the trees.
Conflict sucks. We don't need it. We can have a much better planet with better prices and better life for everybody if everyone just got together and made the world a better place.
But then you're talking about, are we getting together as one world under one government? You see where things start to get hazy. If that's the word I'm going to use, hazy.
We essentially are under like a global system of commerce for sure. No escaping the matrix, man. No escape.
So it's not escaping it, it's waking up to it. So tonight's topic is, who are you without your phone? Who are you without social media, go back, look, I saw a video the other day of 1989 and people like, look, no phones. And look how happy people were. They were talking, they were playing, we were bored shitless back then. I'm going to tell you something. We were bored shitless back then, but it feels less painful then than it does now.
We paid quarters in the arcade to play Pac-Man. And eventually that went away because of the Atari and the Commodore 64.
I remember that.
And the Nintendo. Now, the Commodore 64 had a 6502 processor at its heart. And it was made by Commodore Business Machines. But the 6502 processor was used in the Atari, the Commodore 64, the Atari 400, the 800, the Apple II. That processor was the heart of so many systems. And Commodore actually bought MOS technology that made the 6502. And so they manufactured 6502s for their competition, believe it or not, to put in the Atari 400, this and that. It was a separate company, so that's amazing that that can happen in this world where one division of a company, even though it's owned by someone else or whatever, they're independent. They're doing their own thing, right? Which is good, that independence, I think.
Well, yes, and that's what brings on, the new development. It brings in competition.
It makes the whole pie bigger and stuff.
Well, it does. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. We don't need to be a one world government. Now, do I believe in government? No, I believe in organization. I believe in bringing shit together. But obviously, we can't have one without the other. In an absolute utopian society, we end up eating each other.
Right. Did you see that experiment with the rats?
With the mice? Yes.
Yeah, with the mice.
Wow.
They eventually, like,
what
3 or 4
of them they got everything. So they did this experiment where they start off with a certain number of mice. Or rats. It was rats or mice. I want to say it was mice.
They didn't have to work for it, they just fed them.
Right. So what they did, they just fed them. They gave them as much food as they had ever wanted.
Yeah.
They give them their own space. They gave them anything that a mouse, all the balls of yarn. I don't know. I don't fucking know what mice like. They gave them cheese. They gave them lots of good shit. And in this society, this utopian society, they wanted for nothing. And in no time, they started forming gangs, hoarding the food. They were in a almost like an apocalyptic world. But even though they were given everything in a utopian free society, crime actually, because people became bored. There was nothing challenging them. There was nothing exciting them. And I think that's what it is. They lost the excitement. They lost the thrill.
Yeah.
Just the thrill of living. Look, living paycheck to paycheck, I don't like it. Nobody likes it. But it keeps me on my toes.
Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah, that's for sure.
I mean, look, I'm not saying it's a good thing.
I've been trying to get an escape velocity away from poverty for a long time now. I started a long time ago in 2020. I'm like, I want to make videos. I want to do this. I want to do that. But the videos was the thing, right? And then
you shouldn't do it with money in mind. This is where I was wrong. This is where I started and I was wrong 100%.
I've always had an artistic idea to do this. I would play the lottery thinking, if I won an unlimited amount of money, I'd have all the money I would need to do this, right? But it's not so simple,
No, I've done exactly what you're talking about. I played the lottery. You think that shit helps? No.
I've also learned this.
I lose more money.
I learned this today from someone on LinkedIn. It was a new piece of information, and this guy is a film investment expert, and he said that you can raise money just like a company does if you have a business plan and you have things planned out. Oh, I'm going to do that trailer, but how much is it going to cost? And if that succeeds, what's going to be the next steps? You need a freaking plan and people, a team, right? Like, or at least tentatively something like that. And then investors will start noticing you then. But before that, if you just have a story or whatever, that's not the same thing as starting a company. Like,
no, you have to look at what you're doing, and organize it. Organizing something is your night and day. It's what brings things together. It's like me putting together this event for next year, the 420 event next year here in Florida. I've been so organized that we're not even a month off of 420.
How many
and I've
people
already got the entire thing planned and ready to rock and roll. I am so fucking excited.
I think you need, like Jesus had his 12 disciples, or the chairman of the board. The chairman of the board has his table, like it's a table with your people, your team. That is Jesus' biggest archetype.
I'm down with that. I've got you. I've got Major Ganji, Major Nugs, East Coast Visual Media, all the same.
Yeah, I think every time you say that,
he's been amazing. You've been amazing. Everybody's been, look, the amount of energy I've gotten from everyone, and acceptance and gratitude and help and understanding. Look, you guys, everybody's been amazing. And we're entering into something I think that's going to be so monumental.
It'd be so cool.
Everybody has talked about doing the best festival or the best event. And my goal is not to make money. My goal is to bring excitement, quests that you take there and beyond, education that you get there and beyond. Maybe if you don't have a medical cannabis card, guess what? We can get you one at the event.
I have an idea
on the
too.
event. The event pays for it. I mean, this is something I want to include everything we can.
I just came up with a light bulb idea. It's medical cannabis, right? So you can market it to one group of people as, hey, get together and smoke, and it's a festival. Can you market it to another group of people to say this is a health conference for cannabis awareness?
Yeah.
Yes, have doctors.
That's what I'm saying. You're doing both.
You're
bringing all these people together. 100%. 100%.
Are you
By the way, really quickly,
Troublesome
Red. Troublesome Red.
Hey, Troublesome.
Highly motivated. Good to have you on the show. Sorry it took so long. Sorry, not sorry. But I like that. And marketing it to two different groups, but it's really the same event. It's education, it's community. Yes, there's going to be people smoking, but that's not what it's about. It's going to be respectful. We're going to talk about terps. We're going to do all the things that are fun and educational.
I want to see
there's two separate things that come together, two worlds that are going to make amazing.
And you're allowed to consume at this festival?
Oh yeah, 100%.
How do you do that? You need a permit for that?
I'm looking into all the possibilities of everything required, including the absolute privacy of the event. So it's in Florida. I'll give you a general area, but when you buy a ticket, that's when you know where the hell it is.
Right. But there's a way to do it, you're saying, where you can have it legally be.
100%. Well, medical patients, we can make sure we have a 301c3, which would give us the permitting to be able to let people smoke there for open consumption for those with a medical card and part of the organization.
Oh, that's beautiful. I'll have to make sure I get a medical card. I'm sure you'll make that process available at the front door for those that don't.
We will have a doctor on hand giving people medical cannabis cards. This is community coming out for community. We will have doctors there where if you really have questions, sit down and talk to them. They're going to be lecturing. They're going to be up there talking about, CBN or THCV or using things in the combination or making tea.
Can you imagine someone giving a TED talk and being like,
that's exactly what we want, though. I want someone up there like, we love cannabis to help heal.
That's funny. It's great. I totally agree with what you're saying. You have to get out of patterns of thinking you've had before and find the novelty in life to push the marbles forward.
Find the novelty in life and push that forward.
Because we only remember the things, we don't remember what we did. Like when you drive your car and you've gone that route 100 times, you don't remember every time you drove that route. But when there is memory formation in your life, it's usually some important thing where there was novelty, so like, yes, seeking out novelty is great. Maybe even, I don't know, randomizing things, like have 10 different options to choose from and spin a wheel and pick one of them at random,
So so in a sense I do that. I take different routes even though I don't need to.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm driving the same route and then I'll see a road to the right. I'm like, well, I have a pretty good idea where that leads. Let's go.
Right.
And I don't look at the GPS, I just go.
Yeah, you notice that as a marketing person, you're right on that frontier. Like you're meeting new people at new places, right?
I'm constantly taking different routes, different roads. If I'm always rechecking my maps and where I might have doctors that I might have missed or areas that I might have not paid attention to in a long time, because you can get lost in what you do. Like, I mean, I'm out there every day. Every day I'm visiting new places, new doctors, new physicians every day. I mean, I've seen them, but new every day. Like I go back and see some of the same people on a certain repetition to be able to build a certain flow that I'm looking for. But there's a lot of smaller doctors that I haven't seen in a while in territories that I don't concentrate in. So that's what I do. I now go back through and I'm looking to see who I really need to bring a lot of energy back to.
You get it mapped out, distances, addresses, contacts, phone numbers.
100%. But always, I that way it keeps it exciting.
Yeah.
It keeps it, because then I'm like, ooh, I get to meet new people. Ooh, I get to talk to new people. Or I'm back in an area I haven't been in like 3-4 months, maybe. And, it's been that long. And then when you come into some of these offices, they remember you. They're like, Oren, it's been forever. And I'm like, and I don't remember everybody. And look, there's a sorry, not sorry there. I'm letting you know that I meet a lot of people and I remember your face, but a name might be difficult for me.
So have you done
because there's a lot of shit happening.
Have you done this marketing in other businesses too, or just cannabis?
No, I many years ago I did it for international import-export for a specific freight forwarder for their documentation services. I did outreach or outside sales, and no, with cannabis, this is something very, very new for anybody. Even a pharmaceutical rep, they would actually have trouble melding into a cannabis rep. A cannabis rep is very friendly,
right?
Very real. We're there to bring knowledge, education, and excitement about our brand of cannabis. Now, you have all these different brands and they all come with that kind of authenticity and excitement and free deals and BOGOs and goodies and da-da-da-da-da-da, and it drowns you. It drowns you in just, who do we pick and why do we pick them? So I encourage my doctors to get medical cards. I encourage my doctors to smoky tokey a little bit.
Medical doctors, I think they say something like 15 out of 20 medical doctors are totally into pharmacology and drugs.
Correct. And they're not, but they're not into cannabis. They're not into cannabis. Listen, they might prescribe cannabis, but they're not using it.
Really?
They don't use cannabis. Now, you might have 1 out of 10. 1 out of 20. Really? 1 out of 20 that is a regular cannabis use. Not even 1 out of 50 that is a regular. No. God. Listen, I'm sitting here, and of all the doctors I've known, I mean, I've met I'm not going to say their names. I'm not calling them out right now, but I know 5 that have either smoked with me or I know they're smokers because we've talked about it, or those that have tried it on my show. We had Dr. Hill. He was drinking and eating infused foods, brownies and teas, or whatever. Oh my God, he was fucked up.
Just my volume.
He was hysterical. He was hysterical. But so, I mean, I don't think he uses on a regular basis. I think maybe he'll make a tea once in a while. Like I'll hear from him, "Hey, maybe I'm making a tea. Maybe I'm not." I mean, but no, regular users on a regular basis, maybe 1 out of 100. 1 out of 100.
Wow.
If at all.
1 out of 100 doctors, you're saying?
Yeah, would use cannabis on a regular basis.
They probably won't admit it because their license would probably get in trouble or something if they did that.
No, not at all. They should go by the rule of shut the fuck up. They should go by the rule by just shut the fuck up.
Right.
Nobody's asking you. Don't fucking say anything. Shut the fuck up.
That would be a neat TV show, a cannabis doctor who also consumes, but like he does it openly, like, yeah,
Well,
bring the next patient in. That'd be a funny thing, wouldn't it?
I've got one of my docs. He's actually like that. One time we were in his office and he rolled one up, or he got his little pipe out.
So know the 1 in 100, apparently.
Oh, I know a few in 100. Let me tell you something. I've been a converting factor for some of their one-time use.
Nice.
So for some doctors that have been there one time,
Okay,
and by the way, Dr. Hill, after he did the show, and he ate the brownies and the whipped creams and we did all the infusions. It was fantastic. So he disappeared and went and got a hotel room and went to sleep for like 3 fucking days. They thought he died. Wow. They don't know what the hell happened to him. They're calling me like, Oren, have you heard from him? I'm like, no, I don't know what's going on. I was like stressed out. I was so nervous that I killed the doctor.
The doctor was probably so chilled out and relaxed, and he's probably and he was probably smoking a little bit more after that too, right? Like, and that's why he was just.
He said he never slept that well. He said he's never slept that well. He's never felt that relaxed.
Wow. That's
and
awesome.
He was like, I got to the hotel, called my wife, and I'm like, listen, Oren fucked me up. And I'm not driving, I'm going to sleep. And so nobody could get a hold of him. And he had like a doctor day. And I think it's like he showed up to the doctor day and they're like, yeah, he just seemed like, he was like, hey, let's work. He was just very relaxed. And normally he gets very uptight. I remember the first time I ever met him. This is the same doctor and I. We were going over cannabis and COVID and how cannabis breaks long COVID cycles and how cannabis doesn't allow short-term COVID to attach to your body. Or attached to your system. So we were coming up with some of these theories early on. We hadn't heard them anywhere else. And I was working for another cannabis company, which ended up threatening my job over this research. And they said, stop researching it. Stop talking about it on the podcast. Stop doing videos about it. Because if you don't, then we're going to get rid of you.
Well, look, you got to worry about that, Oren. I mean, it'd be nice to have some independent platform. Like, look at what happened to Alex Jones. He's off the air. He was on the air for so long. He's just one of the first podcasters, too.
Great. And, welcome to Highly Motivated.
Hey.
No, you're right. And they took him off. And so it can happen to anybody. But we're just talking here.
It'd be great to unplug from being dependent on them, though. Like, if you could stream on multiple things yourself with your own infrastructure, that'd be cool, right?
By the way, I don't know if I welcomed East Coast, and I feel terrible about it. I really do. Major Nugs, Major Ganji, East Coast Visual Media. Welcome to Highly Motivated. That should make up for it, though, just in case I forgot. Yeah. Short-term memory loss. You say you get 2 welcomes. All right. Look, Stealth, Christopher Sterling.
We were just talking about that.
Highly Motivated.
Thank you, Oren. Welcome to Highly Motivated.
Absolutely.
Coming to you from FEMA Region 3, Central Florida. Your host, Oren Allen.
So hot. I don't know what's going on out there. We need rain. I'm going to be doing like a rain dance later tonight. Dancing around in circles, trying to make sure it rains. We need rain, rain, rain. It is hot. It was hot today. Look, you see sun on my face because it's hot.
Florida's
working
awesome.
hard. That shit's hot out there.
I was in Tampa in January. That was so nice. I just love that song.
That's decent weather. That's nice.
You know?
We don't get snow out here.
There's
And
a
if
nice
we
golf
do, that
course,
means
too.
there's a weather anomaly and something is wrong.
You know, hotels have a problem. Like, I'll go to like, is it true that if I go to like, if you go to the most expensive hotel, you're not going to be able to just simply get a good cup of coffee on your own? It's always going to have to be room service is probably what you're getting. You bring me a cup of coffee.
Unless you go down to the bar. And if you go down to the bar,
Sometimes, right? I
you
like
should
when
have a
they
good espresso machine. No,
I love when they
think-
have free coffee. Free coffee.
I think hotels, so, you know, the more the expensive the hotel is, the less you actually get for free.
Right.
So
Right.
sometimes the cheaper the hotel is, you got to meet yourself in the middle. I stay at a lot of hotels, and I like the Quality Inns. I like the Embassy Suites. I like places that are not overly ritzy, and they're okay.
As long as they don't have too many roaches.
I'm staying at the Holiday Inn.
You don't want bugs. Like, that's what you want to avoid. Is
But
bugs.
that can happen at any place. And so before I even put my bags down, Angie, my wife, has taught me what to look for as you go into a room. And you get the iron, you get it really hot, and then you peel back the bed sheets and you put the iron against it. And if any bugs start coming out, you unplug the iron, put it on the side, grab your bags and get the fuck out.
Right.
It's bed bugs. And that shit will, but don't put your bags. So I never put my bags right on the bed. So I usually keep my bags and shit like on the
On a
sink
chair
or a chair,
desk.
wherever, but not on the bed. And that's Angie. She taught me all about that. I gotta always be careful.
Good advice. That's good advice.
Because sometimes you don't have the luxury of staying in the best rated or best place. I have to stay cost effective.
I stayed at the cheapest place one time, and I don't advise that. When I was younger, though, I had no money. I just like needed a room, though, like for an occasion.
Look, I was traveling back from Miami,
you know,
and it was so late, like so early morning, late at night, and I couldn't see straight anymore. There was this little itsy bitsy town on the way to Tampa, or on the way to Sarasota from Miami, and I had to go through the Everglades. And I got to this little itsy bitsy town. Like if you blink twice, it's definitely gone. And I had to stay in the shittiest hotel, motel, no-tel. It's definitely not Holiday Inn. And ain't no quality about it. Brick rooms. Like the place was made out of bricks. Like it was a little mini prison, but dirty and nasty. So nastier than a prison. So yes, I was grossed out. Is like not even the word. And I even checked the bed. I checked everything. I don't even think bed bugs would survive in that thing.
These are great scenes for like random like shows and stuff, like situations, right? I could just imagine that, you know, like.
But you have to leave yourself open to them. Look, don't close yourself to adventure. Don't close yourself to those possibilities or those small towns or these crazy stories. A lot of people don't even do it.
Have you ever had bugs and then you bring the cat in and then there's not bugs? You understand that principle, right? It works, right? Like that's Mother Nature right there, really working well too.
You got snakes, you bring in cats. Cats and snakes go well. I think they did that in Jamaica. What was it? They brought snakes to get rid of the moccasins. Or they brought in moccasins to get rid of the shit, I don't know. They brought something in to get rid of something else.
Yeah, they do that. I heard something about baboons recently where they put a block of salt in a hole and the baboon puts its hand in to grab the salt, but it's not smart enough to like let go of the salt. And so its arm gets stuck and it'll just sit there for hours. And then what they do is they let it sit there for hours. And then when they're ready, they remove the block of salt from the baboon that is spontaneously stuck there. And the baboon is so fucking thirsty that it, through intuition, will find the nearest water. And that's how this certain tribe of people like find water in a desert with baboons. Because baboons are good at finding water, supposedly.
Really?
In the desert.
So they trap them and make them incredibly thirsty.
Yes.
And then once they release, they go look for water, and you're
Right,
like, follow the fucking
yeah.
baboon.
And this tribe's
Follow
been
the
doing
baboon.
this. Let's say this tribe's been doing this forever, right? And like they just dig a hole here, put a big block of salt there, whatever, and it's such a simple thing. And then when they're ready to use the baboon, they might have several of them, I don't know. And then they just pull the salt and they get the water. It's a shame that they don't just have water, though. You know,
Well,
we
that's
shit
I was
with
about to
water
say.
everywhere.
Why? What? This is obviously this tribe
Okay.
is obviously terrible at
So,
holding on to fucking water.
you know, Gaddafi, you know,
Off the doctors have a good stream.
uh,
You're off to the doctors. We're sending you massive positivity.
Oh.
We're sending you good vibes.
Hey, Trouble,
All
so
the goodness and
take care
greatness
there.
of anything and everything. Take with you. You know, whatever it is that you're going to the doctors for. Hopefully, it's nothing serious. But that being said, have an amazing day.
I was going to say they do the Gaddafi guy, Libya, I think, or whatever. They have like an aqueduct system there that's very impressive, and they need more of that kind of stuff. It's like it's one of the
that is what
wonders.
what the Romans used to do. You know, Gaddafi had put together systems to make sure all his people had water.
Yeah.
You know, and they had massive reservoirs of clean, clean water. He fuel. One thing I want to mention, Gaddafi, fuel.
He gave away free fuel.
Free fuel.
Thing, man. And like if you got married and had kids, they would give you like incentives to do that and things like that. Evil Darth Vader to some.
Well, no, I mean, so yes,
you know,
I mean, he did terrible things to people, and he did great things for his people, and terrible things. Yeah. So terrible things and great things.
Well, you know, how much of that is the evil in the world that operates under the cloak and dagger of the shadow, you know, and doesn't necessarily have a brand you can point to, right? Like the secret police or whatever. Like that's a thing, probably.
But that's a thing. I mean, it's a thing here in the United States. It's it's becoming a thing. That would be multiple different government organizations that are working.
No, I'm saying those are just the ones working in the light of day. And then you see the cloak and dagger shadows. Did you hear they had some sort of secret room at the FBI that was a burn room, and it wasn't on the blueprints, and no one at the FBI had a key. Like they had to force their way into this thing. You'd see that. So I mean, that shit goes on. It's James Bond stuff. I mean,
well, it is.
Had
and
movies about this forever.
Our government is more James Bond than you realize.
It is.
I mean, most governments are, and the way because what you see on the surface is just to appease us. What you see on the surface is just for pomp and circumstance, while what they do underground, so to speak, or underground or right next to you or right in the open.
Yeah. You don't want to stand in the way of that. You don't want to stand in the way of the James Bond people. And I do not. By the way, I just want to say that.
So bright. Oh.
I get these random notifications. Like, who cares if the weather at 9:02 p.m. is such and such? Yeah, you know, the lighting, the glasses help with the lighting, right?
They do. So, they do, but then, I don't know. I don't like to have something on my face.
When you're in a studio and you're being filmed, you need light, unfortunately. And so...
I know. It's like, I need lights. So what do? I wear sunglasses.
You got to wear sunglasses. That's the coolest thing. Like, you remember in The Matrix, they all wore sunglasses. Like, so, like, dude, yeah, you wear sunglasses. Like on my TV show, like people wear sunglasses, like, and they got boots and shit. Like they dress cool, like, you know.
They got boots and shit, yo.
Yeah,
I had lizard boots for a very long time.
Right.
Snake skin boots.
I'm not saying cowboy. I'm saying like, you know,
just boots. But boots, boots are many things. I've got work boots. I've got cowboy boots. I've got, know, it's. And look, we just said cowboy. You saw that? Boom! It's like magical right there. Everybody, welcome. Cowboy. Highly motivated. Right here, THC, the horticulture.
Hey, Cowboy,
lead singer.
Can you tilt your camera so that your head is like at the top of frame? Just some...
What is this? Better? Oh, see, I like that.
Better, man. Yo, dude, you just increased your presence. You're much better communication. Thank you.
There we go.
Yeah, the top of the head is... The top of the head is a general rule.
He's like, listen, Cowboy, you're pretty. We want to see more of you. You know, are you passing notes in prison? What's going on over there? So Cowboy's in his garage, and by the way, one time he had turned the camera on this gigantic, massive raccoon. It's not even a
That's
raccoon.
awesome.
I'm gonna say it's like a
I don't
fucking
remember
gigantic
that. I would
chupacabra.
have remembered it too.
Oh, it'll be
And,
over. It'll come by tonight.
It comes by. See, look, just like that.
Sweet.
It comes by. It comes by. Wow. Yeah, it just drops in. The thing's big. You don't want to mess with it. Like, you don't want to sit there and deprive it of food. Like, if it looks at you and says, like, I'm hungry, you're like, I have something for you to eat. Anything you want. No, it's a big one. It's a big one. So, but yeah, so you're at now. Where are you located? You live like in close to the state park or close to the.
Yeah, I'm. Do you remember where? I don't know if you ever heard of Six Gun Territory. Back in the day, it was one of the.
I can't
original
remember anything from back in the day anymore.
Yeah, we're about. Put it this way: I'm a mile from the entrance to Silver Spring.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So.
So yeah, you see monkeys, you see very strange swampy figures, creatures from the Black Lagoon, because that's where they taped the creature from the Black Lagoon right there.
Good day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
You guys, you remember the scene from Moonraker when James Bond was in the boat going over the falls and all?
In the beginning
It
of
was
the
filmed
movie.
there. Yeah, it was filmed there. The scenes in the boat driving.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Really?
Moonraker was filmed right there. In Silver
Moonraker was
Springs.
fucking filmed to Florida. You're blowing my fucking mind there, guys.
It is
Wow.
wild. People don't realize. Actually, Silver Springs is amazing. They still do
cool.
glass bottom boat tours over there. And underwater there is.
In Moonraker, where were they supposed to be? Where was the setting for that? Like, wasn't it Brazil or something? Like,
It was Brazil.
okay.
A lot of it was filmed in Brazil, but the scene with the boat where he went over the falls and all that, where he's riding through and they're letting all the mines. Yeah, that was filmed in Silver
And then
Springs.
he lands, and then he's in that like exotic room where all the women are, and like he nods and they nod too. They're like, they give him that nod, like, yes, we have an understanding. They don't make shit like that anymore, dude. They're ruined. They're gonna ruin.
No, they don't. They don't.
They're gonna ruin.
Who was before Bond? If you can tell
it,
me, if you can tell me, this is going to be going back, not super far, but this was
I
an
might be able to
American
tell you.
version.
I'm
Wait,
pretty
an
good at
American
that.
version of Bond.
Okay.
And I know I'll give you in like.
I don't believe there was an American version of Bond, was there?
Yes, there was an
Oh,
American
was it
version,
that Laramie guy? It was some guy Laramie.
and he already had gray hair. The guy was like a skinny.
It was like
gray
the
hair
very,
looking
very
dude.
first James Bond or something.
Like the very first, he was before the James Bond.
Before people kind of knew about it. It was like,
Right.
a
Before people knew
studio
about
thing,
the
but-
stories already that were being
Right.
written. But this guy, in like Flynn, but I can't remember the first name, but Flynn, and that's where they got the saying, I'm in like Flynn. I'm in like Flynn because that's
He's
the original.
dude they would put
That's
in
the
there.
original Bond character. Oh, I wish I could.
Well,
This is why AI is amazing. Hold on, let me.
James Bond's cool, man. The gadgets, the thing, the spy thing, the heist, you need that. Mystery science fiction, a little bit of heist,
I was very lucky in
So the saying,
the
in
80s.
like Flynn, where does that come from? And who was the original Bond before James Bond's? Okay.
I'm gonna maximize my window so I can see better. Oh, I can see everybody much better now.
Yeah, I actually
Errol
printed
Flynn.
the money that was used in License to Kill down in the Keys. Remember
You
that
printed
scene
that?
with all the money
Yeah.
flying out of the airplane?
Yeah.
I'll have my face on it.
They all have
No
your
way.
face on it.
Yeah, I was working right out of high school down there. I was working for a print shop.
No
And-
way. Dude, you're fucking making that up. That's crazy shit right
Wait,
there.
wait,
dude, Warren.
Wait, hold on a second. That is crazy.
Yeah,
Things
a
are
friend
happening.
of mine down there, he owned a prop company, and he would rent out this stuff to the motion pictures. And we did license plates for 21 Jump Street. They were Costa Rican license plates, and it was filmed in Coconut Grove.
Oh
And
my
then
God.
we did James Bond License to Kill.
Wow.
I've got some of the money around here somewhere. I'll try and find it for next time.
So the
Yeah.
money they dropped off has got your face on it?
It's got my face and my signature on it where the treasurer does. 'Cause I did all the planning. I was a layout artist, so I did all the layout work, and I told them that, hey, I'm gonna put my face on it.
Let's make
So I
that a
put my
collector's item.
That's
Yeah.
hysterical.
Let's make that a collector's item. Let's make that a collector's
That
item.
is a collector's
You
item.
either need to become a
Let me see,
sports
and you
star,
need to sign
a
it.
famous band
You
guy,
need to
a
fucking
TV star,
sign it. That's
something.
right. This is it. And
This is the
Yo.
moment right
You-
here.
Oh, I had a lot of fun down there, man.
In
doing that
history and
That's funny.
retrospective. Sorry. No,
That's funny.
Yeah, we did. I used to do all the business cards and all for Chris Everett Lloyd and the WITA, Women's
You
International
worked at a
Association.
print shop.
Yeah.
Huh.
So
Okay.
Martina Navratilova.
I remember those names.
Yeah. So
So
that
you
was way back in the day, man. That was when I was in.
concert posters and stuff like that, like all that stuff, right? Like,
So when I do all my artwork now for the band, so when I'm doing that it kind of brings back that old times when I used to do all that. So I still get to do it. So,
wow.
but
What other musical services does your band offer? Do you do any like studio stuff, composing, soundtracks, or anything? I'm just asking.
I mean, we're up for anything right now. I mean, but and we do a lot of benefits. We're getting ready to do in July. We're going to do a telethon with it's an organization that runs the Marion County Fair. It's called Florida Kids Helping Kids.
Sweet.
And this organization takes underprivileged kids and helps them become entrepreneurs. And,
Oh, wow.
you know, we've got
Okay.
like 5 or 6 of them now. I mean, they've got some pretty good little businesses going, but we put on the fair every year and we do shows out there for free for them.
Okay.
Just drawing crowd.
Oh, that's
So,
huge.
It's everything. I mean, just a little bit here and there, and you know, what you get back, what you give. So
You know, and that's a
I
big
believe in
deal.
that.
Look, the whole gratitude thing, you give back and you don't expect anything back. You don't expect anything. But you've opened the world up. You've opened up abundance. You've
Yeah, that is-
opened up so much that comes back to you in different ways.
I need you to call me tomorrow because I have the lady's number and all at Artwood Studios, and she's very interested in it. She'll
Really?
get us all the information we need to do to set this up.
So I was looking at that. You're funny. I was online looking at Hartwood Studios, and wow, what a music venue.
Oh,
know,
it's amazing.
It really is. It really is.
I
And to have that as a venue, but it's so out in the open.
Oh, okay.
They have an indoor studio where you can record, but they also have a intimate venue inside. Where I
Nice.
saw one of my favorite singers I've been following like 30 years in a crowd of like 30 people.
Really?
And
See,
it was amazing, man.
that's pretty cool. For
Does it have good
music alone, I
acoustics?
think that's going to be a big
Oh,
deal.
amazing acoustic. But their outside venue is incredible. I mean, they got a great stage, a lot of room. They've got it set up pretty good. So, a lot of room for vendors and stuff.
That's
Look,
awesome.
I want to be able to. I don't want to overdo it with vendors, but I want everybody to be able to feel comfortable and know that I'm going to promote for them to sell. But I
We
want
have
my
to have
vendors realistic. Oh yeah.
Got to have the munchies, man.
Wait, yeah, no. Oh yeah. No, we've got to have food trucks, unless of course the venue is a food venue, and you can't. You got to go by there. It depends.
No, they're
I mean,
actually, they sell beer and wine,
okay.
but that's it. They don't have a food area.
So for me, food trucks are one of the most important part of any festival. Why?
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm always hungry. Why? Because you want to try viral, interesting, crazy, wild shit at a festival. And that's like your cheat day. That's your day where you could drink sodas, you could smoke a few extra joints. You can eat that corn dog that has been double dip fried in some crazy crunchy.
You can eat alligator on a stick.
Yum. It's delicious. Have you had alligator on a stick?
No, but I've heard of it.
Angie loves alligator. Listen, Angie's always like, you can get a hold of some alligator? Get me some alligator.
Yeah, I just ran into Jason. You guys ever watch the TV show Gator Boys?
Gator Boys.
No.
I think so, where they jump into the water.
You know, they catch them. They go in the water and catch them and stuff. They run the facility down in Hollywood, Florida. But Jason, one of the guys, he lives up here, not too far. He's doing a lot of work with us, so with ears. So it's pretty cool. He's got a whole place out here for reptiles.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. But oh.
No, I'm still here. I'm still here.
No, okay. Anytime I see it happen, I'm always thinking Gavin, and like he disappears. So I stopped by there at the Eliano's the other day where his fiance works, and I had to get myself my Tuscany toffee. And and as she rolled down the window, I'm like, we're messing with your man from to get a job. We told him to go get a job, right? Look, he's not on the show tonight. He feels like we're gonna pressure him. Look, you see this shit? Look, he's not on the show. Gavin, if you're watching, get a job. Go get a job. Go get a job. Go.
Can we manifest him onto the show? Like, Gavin, come onto the show.
That'd be funny. It might happen. It does happen. Listen, I was talking about Major Nugs, Major Ganji, and you never know. We're about an hour into the show, everybody. Welcome and thank you for joining us this evening on this Wednesday chit-chat, smoke, toke, talky-talk, whatever you want to call it. It's an awesome vibe that goes on 3 times a week. It's incredible. I mean, incredible. This goes on a lot. Friday, Sunday, Wednesday. And tonight, I started the show with nothing. Like, I'm not with nothing, but like every show with nothing. Like, I have things that I research into. I write spoken words of society. Things that help me. Poetry helps me understand the world around me, because the world doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense. So sometimes we need to turn all that nonsense around us into poetry. And then I understand life. I understand life as a poet would. As a poet looks at the world around him with rose-colored glasses. That's how I see the world around me. My dad was talking to me the other day. Here's a quick question. Do you dream, by the way?
No.
Okay.
No.
You're a heavy cannabis user. Like, I'm comfortable in saying, Cowboy,
Yes.
you're a heavy cannabis user.
I am drinking a cannabis strawberry soda right now. Like 50 milligrams.
So, as a heavy cannabis user, as myself, I don't dream. You don't dream. And some of that might be because we are using our sleep bliss molecule in our wake. In our waking hours, we're almost in a dream state. Like, not like, oh, I'm dreaming. And no, but life flies by very quickly sometimes. Moments, life is just those moments. And you've really got to hone back in on those. We are living in a dream state more than not. And then when it comes for us to fall into that deep REM sleep or fall into that dream mode, we can't. We can't fall into a dream mode because we've used all of that Kickstarter material. I don't know.
That's weird you say that, because I don't dream that often, or I don't remember it. I'm a heavy
I don't remember it at all.
So
I remember it. It's a curse. You don't want that. You don't want to be in a situation where it's a dream and you're trying to get out. No,
I remember those moments.
Not a good thing.
I think when you can go into it intentionally, you can control it. I quit. I took a tolerance break for like a month, and towards the end of that month, I had one quick itsy bitsy dream, and it was deep, and it was fucking prophetic, and it was just so much shit that it is taken even till now to unload some of it, and that's what I think dreams are our reconnection with our energetic self.
Sure is, yeah.
Like, we go into a dream state, we're reconnecting with the energy that we are, not the physical body.
Maybe you are the universe dreaming itself into existence, I mean, you're not observing. It's weird. we've said before, in order for something to actually have physicality and exist, it must be observed. And so perhaps, I don't know, like dreams give us rest, right? We want to rest. I mean, that's probably a thing we need to give the system a rest. But also we probably dream to keep like observation of ourselves intact, even when in a non-conscious state, let's say, like a pilot light for consciousness kind of thing. Like you need it, like, because if you don't have it, then the consciousness evaporates or something. I'm just theorizing. Like,
well, no, maybe the connection to that eventually does. Maybe we wear it thin. I don't dream. So I don't connect to an Akashic record, a dream state, or a download zone back to my energetic self because I believe I'm energy, but I'm relying too much on my physical form.
You just don't remember it. You know, like it's probably the thing, right? Like that's probably the thing too.
Do we?
Especially when you go into REM sleep, you know.
Right. So do we actually fall into that REM sleep?
I think we all do dream in the REM sleep thing. Yeah.
You know, yes, maybe, and maybe.
Pretty sure.
For me, it's been a thing that I've wanted. I've been wanting of being part of a dream world once again, because I know the difference then between here and there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know the difference between
it's
my
scary
reality
knowing the difference and being in the dream. You want to get out. You want to get out. Like, how do I get out? How do I trigger? How do I get out?
Well, you've seen Dream Warriors, right?
Yeah. Dream Warriors. Ooh, remember Dawkins had a song? It was like Dream Warriors, Dream Warriors.
Well, no, so dreaming is a big deal. I think it's it tells your future. It tells your now. You know, it's in interpretation of dream. There is more told than anything we can learn from any psychological therapy session. If we understand our dreams, I think we understand the universe and the world around us.
Yeah, I think we do.
Because remember, it's how we are processing it. We are the brain is giving us a hallucination right now. We are under the same hallucination.
There's so much we don't see: gravity and time,
right?
And space,
and it's blocking out
radio
all of those
waves
things.
and things.
And it's giving us a hallucination of what it wants us to see, or what we believe the world should be translated
as. That's what they say.
But I'm observing you. I'm observing Cowboy. I'm observing myself.
We seem real, right? I think you're real, but you're just pixels on the screen.
But in the observation,
you are coming out of a thing, right?
In this observation, though, you are real.
Even when you're in person with somebody, like, right? Same thing. Like, I think we just move so much, and the eyes communicate information too. Did you know that the eyes actually have what's known as ocular microtremors, and they vibrate based on vibrations from the brainstem, which is like the reptilian mind, and the brain, the hive reptilian lower, because we developed from that, right? Supposedly the architecture, evolution. Yeah, and your eyes vibrate. So, like,
I felt my eyes vibrate.
Your eyes do vibrate
strongly before, where
I've actually ocular tremors.
Mine will actually move.
There's tremors too in cicadas, but these are micro-ocular tremors.
No, I felt them, and I felt them get very strong sometimes.
You ever meet somebody and it's just their eye contact? Like, seems like they're vibrating at a higher level of consciousness or something. And
yes.
Like
but they're not necessarily. They're not that deep.
Matrix level.
They're not that deep, though.
Like a cop or something. Like, yes, I'm aware of who you are, what you're doing, what you're thinking. I am Agent Smith, kind of thing. Like, really,
Yes, I've met people like that.
Yeah,
but they're not. But here's the wild part. I think we misread energy and we give more credit than it's due. Does that make sense? Like, we put more credit to something, more praise to something, or more energy or importance on something when it's just normal. Like the color of an eye. There's an actress, redhead actress, older 80s films, 80s, early 90s films. and she had these eyes that were so blue, I think she was in Dune as well. They were
Was
so
that Tanya
blue.
Roberts? Do you remember Beastmaster? You know, she coming out of the water. That was good, right? HBO. Watch it 10 times.
But the eyes are so amazing that I think they captivate you in a way that is more than what the characters do.
Yeah. You know, like in Dune, they had those bright
movie.
blue eyes, right? Yeah. See, that's a good use for AI.
Mine are gray. Mine are, mine are stoned gray.
Mine are blue on the outside and green on the inside. I have a ring of blue on the outside and green on the inside. They say it's hazel, you know, whatever is random pattern is hazel.
You know that, but it's like our thumbprints, fingerprints.
Hazel.
These
you're
a
chunky child and you have hazel eyes. It's like, fuck you. Fuck childhood. Like shit where I was insulted.
No, I miss it. Listen, every day I miss the chaos of it. I miss the organization of it. Sometimes.
Remember bicycles? Oh my god, that was so much
people
fun.
Like
and driving around the neighborhood.
This is Marvin Zindler. Eyewitness News. There is slime in the ice machine. Okay, you want to hear a funny story about Marvin Zindler?
Who is that? A newscaster?
Have you ever heard of Marvin Zindler?
No.
So he was famous for taking down the best little whorehouse in Texas.
Okay.
He's the one that destroyed the best little whorehouse in Texas, and they made a movie
about that.
They made a movie with Dolly Parton and one of the greatest.
I might have seen
Burt Reynolds
or whatever.
Thank
on
you.
HBO.
I was going to tip my tongue. Burt Reynolds. And so they made a movie about this, and Marvin Zindler was the reporter.
He was playing a character. Okay.
And well, he's the actual character. There's a real guy.
Oh, okay.
That's on Eyewitness News. You know, I don't think so. Okay. No, because they pictured him in the movie as a real fool.
Oh, okay. So you're just talking about the real life guy.
Right. I'm talking about the real life guy, but the real life guy did this shit. And they made a movie about him. And so, anyways, long story short, every night he'd be on the news outing restaurants for slime in the ice machine or cockroaches or health violations. And he would be the guy that would get on every night and talk about all these different things. So I lived in a neighborhood where there was a golf course that went through it. And he would play through that golf course. So as a kid, and there was a spot where they would hit the ball and it would go out of their view. And so we would hang out at like the little halfway house over there, and we would see that, and we'd run, and we'd grab the balls, and we'd fucking take off. So when the people come over, they've got no balls, and they're like, what the fuck is going on over here? So we all grabbed the balls, and we didn't know whose balls they were, and we took off. But we were cocky kids. So we took our time.
That sounds like a great prank. You would
so he sees us running, or he sees a group of kids running in a direction. So he ends up taking off the golf course in his golf cart, and he's going down the really rough areas coming after us. So we're jumping fences. We're like, what the fuck is this older dude?
That's a funny story.
And so he didn't his wig. He lost his wig. It came off
even funnier.
while he was driving. And Marvin Zindler, it's all about his wig. And so his people went and picked up his wig, and he kept going. And so we went around the back of the neighborhood and over my fence and into my house. And we turned the video games on, and we all sat down.
Right, kids do that, right? Yeah.
Like we're playing games, and we didn't have balls. We didn't have shit. We only had like a ball each. There was 3 people. So all of a sudden, we get a knock on the door.
Oh, jeez.
And my mom was like, what is this? Somebody leave me alone. I'm not going to move for this shit. She goes, Owen, who's at the door? I'm like, I don't know. I'm with my friends. And she goes, Oi. So she goes to the door. And this guy goes, ma'am, I'm Marvin Zindler from Eyewitness News. And she goes, I give a shit. And my mom goes, I give a shit. I give a shit. I don't. What do you want? And this guy's like, your children, I believe, are the children that have stolen my golf balls.
Dude, you just can't make a story like that up either, man. It's some real life shit going there.
He's like, they've got my balls. And my mom is like, oi, my kids have your balls, huh?
That's funny.
like this. He goes, ma'am, I'm going to call the cops. This is a very, you want to call the cops? Let me tell you what I'm going to do to you, all right? I'm first going, I want to kick your ass. Get the hell out of here. What are you doing? And this guy is like, he's backing up. He's like, whoa, whoa. He's like, dog, I have things to do. Leave me alone. My kids are good kids. And we're all peeking out the windows. He goes, I'm telling you, I know it's them. She goes, I'm telling you, you're wrong, and get the hell out of here. So while
that's great
so
that she gets a strong
the guy back,
stuck up, right.
and he was just like, but I'm Marvin Zindler, okay?
I'm Marvin Zindler.
My name is Tommy. So you go tell the cops, my name is Tommy, and this is the woman who kicked my ass. And I mean, we're like inside in hysterics.
So,
we're in hysterics. And then my mom comes inside and she goes, you took his fucking balls. You pieces of shit.
It's funny you talk about, it's funny that it was the media that came too, like a reporter, not the cops. That's like really
good. But the cops never showed up. There was never cops. Cops were afraid of my mom.
They didn't care. No,
okay. she was an ass-kicking woman. Look, she didn't.
Right, they're like, she's on the list not to fuck with her. Like there's this.
We were in Israel.
They're like, we won't bother with that.
We were in Eilat, in Israel, and we were staying in apartments that were right across from the police station. It was my sister, myself, and my cousin Gandhi, and we went downstairs to the under garage where there are cars there that have been there since like the beginning of the nation. I mean, some really old cars with deflated tires, the windows you can't see through, even if you try to clean them. So we had all these stories like, ooh, what's in the car? What's in this? What's in that? They're not going to run. There's no way you're going to start any of these cars and do anything with them. And so we're looking, and like we're trying to get the window down, and we're working on it. And it was my sister, myself, and my cousin Gandhi. So we had the window like slightly cracked. We were reaching in to like get like old paperwork, and we're like, look at this. And out of nowhere, this monster of a guy, a fucking giant. Like I'm telling you, 7 foot, oh wow, probably 6 foot something, but yeah. And hands like just gigantic. And he comes in and he grabs them, and basically he's got my throat and he's got my cousin Gandhi's throat, and he has us up on a wall. And just like this, like Andre the Giant would have had. And we're basically like, and he goes, what are you doing? I'm translating, of course, he was saying it in Hebrew. And he was like, what are you doing? Stealing my car. And my cousin Gandhi goes, stealing your piece of shit. So I mean, it was a moment. My sister, pretty young at the time, takes off and goes upstairs to get my mom. Now, while in Israel, I had this nunchuck set that I was practicing with, and I thought I was like the bee's knees, right? And it was a metal bar that you unscrew. So usually I left it screwed, and it was just a bar, until you broke it down into nunchucks. So I still had it in nunchucks, and my sister's up there. My mom's in the shower. She throws on a towel. That's it. Just throws on a towel, grabs the nunchucks, and comes downstairs and is swinging. And she runs up to this guy, and she goes, crack, whacks him in the side of the head. He drops us, whacks him in the side of the head. And he's like, out of it. She goes, I'm now going to kick your ass, you son of a bitch. But they're trying to, I don't give a shit. And she swings and whack, whack, whack. I mean, she hit this guy so many times. And these are metal nunchucks. And this is a woman that's like 4 foot something. Just a beast. And this guy takes off running to the police across the street. And he grabs the cop, and he goes, this woman over here is beating the shit out of me. And I mean, and this gigantic guy, the cop is like, who? This woman is beating the shit out of you. And so, and my mom's over there with these nunchucks, and she's like, come on, you want more? I'm ready. And in my head, these are the memories that I remember growing up.
Right. That's what we were talking about, memories. How do you get the memories? And it's only the things that are really special when that happens. It's just...
And because we're getting so close to Mother's Day, I think I'm going to have all these crazy thoughts of mother. I remember once we were watching a video in the family room, and my dad was bringing out the old reel-to-reel tapes. That's how they used to get down. They didn't have VHS. They didn't have Laserdisc or any of the bullshit. They had reel to reel, and he would set
film,
that up.
real actual film.
Yes,
Like
and
8
he's
millimeter.
playing it, and my mother, we're in. It must be a European country, and there's these giant steps that go all the way up, and you know, I think she's like barely holding on to me, and then all of a sudden she grabs me by, I don't know, the back of my jacket or my shirt, just lifts me up and walks me up the stairs with a smile on the camera. And I mean, it's like, you look back at these things and what our parents used to do to us. These days, they would go viral for whole different reasons.
Oh yeah.
You did something wrong, whack. And then you start breathing.
Sometimes you
wrong,
didn't
like,
do something
don't
wrong.
breathe wrong
Whack.
way.
You know, and they would say, and you'd be like, "What did you hit me for?" That's when I miss it. That's when I miss
when
the
they
shit.
get nuclear.
That's when I should hit you for, when the stuff I don't see. So you get beaten for shit that you didn't exactly do right then and there.
You only got beaten like 1, 2, maybe 3 times, and that was all you needed to set your shit straight back in the old day, right?
We were different, though. We had a different set of respect, a different set of understanding.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're living in a row home with 8 people, you're gonna fucking beat each other up, basically. You know?
With my youngest kids, with my youngest, my twins and my daughter. Once when they were younger, I spanked the twins, and I spanked the daughter, and I felt terrible about it. Not that I'm not one to discipline, but I discipline more with understanding. We talk about shit. We're real about shit. I mean, they know not to fucking cross me. Yeah, they know not to do that.
Yeah, you regret like doing that.
But I've never had to. You know. I've never really had to do that something like repeatedly. It was something that happened once with my youngest daughter. I've never. I've never. My 7-year-old.
It's going to be life or death, whatever it is they fucked up or whatever it is, you got to correct them or whatever. If it's life and death, then you really need to make the point then. But you know, but otherwise, you know,
I think the seriousness of situations now takes on a different feeling. I think we grow up differently. You know, my dad was a little more strict, and it was almost a ritual. It was almost like a ritual, you know, and I'm not against them in any way. I feel they had to do what they had to do.
Did he make a project out of everything?
What's that?
Did he make a project out of everything? Like
something?
No, did your father? Did he make everything a project? Like, you know, it would be a simple thing, you know, but then he's like, now we're going to get out the bags. We're going to do this and that. And like, well, can't I just take the fucking trash can down? Like, what the fuck? Why do I got to have the cart and this and the strap and that?
No, you have to have everything all together. And
but by that time he pulls the shit out, I'm already got the trash can down.
But it wasn't about that, because by following the rules and having safety, see, I'm just channeling my father. You know, by following the rules and having safety, not only do we get it done properly, we're going to get it done on time, and we're going to get it done without pulling our backs or having an injury or having an issue. Why the bloody hell do I have to explain this to you? Why can't you just bloody listen to me and understand what I'm saying is the bloody fact? Let's continue.
Oh yeah.
And I catch myself doing similar, like with my boys, like with Gideon. I looked at Ange today. I was like, why do I have to sit here and explain to him why this is right for him just to do it? I'm doing it. He should be doing it as well, because this is how I'm doing it, and it's the right way. And if he does it differently, then everything is all honky. I don't know. I don't even know a fancy word for it. I'm too high for a fancy word, yo. But yeah, it's all fiddle-faddled. Everything's all fiddle-faddled, and that's crazy sauce. Everybody, by the way, thank you for coming to the stream tonight. Thank you for coming to Highly Motivated. This is our meetup, our digital smoke sesh, our get-together of energy. Yeah, energy is the greatest thing.
And you got to keep it positive. But you know, Starfleet Academy. I know it's been over for a while now, but I just want to say that people put a lot of hard work into that, and they like thought they were doing the right thing, and maybe they were, but the audience like just said no. Like, and you know, you got to go with that.
Sometimes the energy isn't right. Sometimes they push something on us so much, and in that.
They just ran out of rope.
There's an agenda. Well, there's an agenda in things that we watch.
Carl Jung
And
talks about it.
there are
Yeah,
so many different
yeah,
decision makers on a script, on a
there
screenplay,
is.
on
There
all
is.
of this
Writer,
to
director,
align.
producer, director, first assistant director, second assistant director of the sound department.
And then you
Director.
have to look at their individual beliefs and their ideologies. And once you do that, you see how something is shaped.
Right.
So I'm not against anybody, anywhere, anyhow, but I don't want my children indoctrinated. I
Right.
don't want in the
Right.
schools, in the cartoons, in the
Right.
movies. I
Right.
don't want my kids indoctrinated
Right.
into a society
Right.
that's being shaped and created
Right.
by few, not many.
You can say it. I mean, it's the rainbow
No,
flag.
no.
You know,
I don't.
it's
I'm
like a
not
nation
against
state of
anybody.
its own. You
I
know?
just don't want it shoved into constant.
Right. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't
Where,
be. It shouldn't be an education at all.
You look at a lot of these cartoons now, and you really got to look at them and watch them because there's deeper. You know, there's deeper meaning.
I'm not saying it's bad, and then people do what they want to do, but that's the thing about art. I love it. That long ago I said, hey, I'll just make my own thing, and then people can complain and piss on my thing, but I'm not going to piss on theirs, and that's going to be fine. You know?
Well, no, and that's what I'm saying. That's a beautiful thing. That's where you're taking action.
I mean, I think it's
taking action. That's something that's good.
I think it's funny that I failed. Like it flopped. Like it's like the Star Wars Christmas special. We all understand that was not. At the time, it was the most awesome fucking thing that ever happened on television. We're talking about the greatest fucking event that everyone tuned into was the Star Wars Christmas special. I bet you if I look at the ratings for that, and I'll have to go research this now. I bet it was one of the biggest TV shows ever. And George Lucas was like, "That's not canon. It's the Star Wars universe."
Wait, the Star Wars Christmas special?
You remember it? You saw it.
No,
we all saw it.
No, I don't.
You didn't see the Star Wars
what
Christmas
universe
special?
are you in?
Oh, God.
Wait, Cowboy. Do you remember this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
There's a Star Wars Christmas special. You need to look it up on it. You'll be pleasantly surprised.
Christmas special. Yeah. What is this? Like late 80s?
Yeah, like early 80s.
Empire Strikes Back, I think, wasn't it?
Was it like 82, 81, 80?
Yeah.
So, like, Princess Leia sings Star Wars. Star
the fuck is going on? What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
And what, they're filming live from the planets or from
That's funny.
Cryo Freeze or
that's another great story.
Which storyline did they jump in from?
You know, that's a psychological horror. You're researching Star Wars Christmas special. That doesn't exist, and you can't find any evidence of it. And you're the only one that believes that actually happened. That would be great. Pot thing, like to really fuck with George Lucas, you know, basically.
I don't remember this.
That's Jib Jab. He's probably a great guy.
I don't remember it.
He's the Star Wars guy.
And what did they play it on? Was it just regular TV?
Yeah, it was the biggest event ever. Star Wars Christmas.
Yeah.
And they introduced Boba Fett as the first time as a cartoon thing, and then they had Wookiees. It was a family of Wookiees. It was what's the character's name? Chewie, and his family, and he has little. Dude, I'm really fucking with hard, dude. He really hasn't. He doesn't know.
Wait.
And they are from the mirror universe, dude. You don't belong there. We need to send you back and exchange you for the correct one.
I am so lost now. I am so incredibly lost because they're talking about Star Wars having a Christmas special. I mean, I really don't. I mean, you watch TV as a kid.
I didn't mean to take it off the rails.
Well, no, it's okay. You watch TV as a kid, and it doesn't matter what the special is. If it's a Christmas special, you're watching it because there wasn't that much shit to watch on TV.
What did you watch?
You would watch it. I watched Fraggle Rock. I watched the Smurfs. Listen, but no, I would watch a special. If there was a special on TV,
there was
I would be all about it.
But there was only one of her. That was always, whatever. It's just funny. This is just cartoon.
No, that's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. I will look into that and what universe that we're actually in right now.
Yeah,
because we talk about this, the mirror universes, the multi-universe. And on the show tonight, I didn't want it to be serious. Not about multi-universes or multi-realities. Just this one. Just right now. and we're in the middle of the week. It's a powerful week. It's a positive week. You are all doing great. You're all doing amazing. Look, you've got great energy, good mood, good vibe. Do you feel it? Do you feel this week has been better? Better or not better? It
I think
doesn't
the
matter.
universe is changing for the better, because I don't have any other way to go but through now. Like, I can't stop because everything's in motion. So you got to move forward, get through it.
Everything's in motion. You got to move forward. You got to get through it. You know, more so create it.
Basics.
Don't just get through it.
Oh,
live it.
Oh,
Look,
yeah.
be all in. Listen,
I remember now.
Say yes to shit and be all in.
I'll tell you what, you just mentioned the news reporter thing. I actually have a news reporter in my network, and she's like a communications expert. And in her videos, they're always like cinematic, and she gives you hints and tips on how to be a better communicator. She's an executive coach and media personality. She's actually like on Action News, you know, the Philadelphia one. And things like that, you know, journalist. But like when I started dreaming up my media project, she could be like one of the things in that, you know. And she's got like 3 Emmy awards, dude. Like,
is this the person you wanted to be the voice of something?
Well, I just seen her post today, and it was like I just like connected with her in 2020. That's so long ago, you know. And it just happened to get a post from her, and I was thinking that like
you should reach out to her again and be like, "Hey, this is Christopher."
Well, I just imagined in the Self-Time Machine project, there could be a character that's like a reporter, let's say, you know, like that's.
Tell her I'm coming back in time to talk to you.
An investigative reporter chases after the Hulk. You remember that? Like,
that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you know, what a great night. What a great vibe. I'm telling you, before I started the show, I had nothing. I mean, energy-wise, I was super drained. I'm still pretty drained. I'm like, oh, drained. I still feel it. I think it's the heat. The heat definitely gets to me. It definitely takes it right out of me. But
I've been playing guitar and my fingers are starting to like get the tips, you know.
Are they?
Yeah, it's totally normal too.
But have you've been practicing? You're getting better. You almost ready to,
better.
To give us another ensemble.
A little bit of better. You know, it's a mix of.
So let's try for what, Friday's show. You think Friday's show you could bring the guitar out, maybe show us a little progress. No pressure. No pressure.
It's no big deal. I can plug it in now. I don't really, you know, but well, it's the time. I don't really want to disturb anybody because I'm in an apartment, you know. Try to.
It's early. Look, where are you? Or are you an hour ahead, an hour behind? Or are you same?
I'm in Philly. I'm in the same time zone you are, right?
Okay, East Coast. Okay.
Yeah, what time is it?
It is 9:46.
Oh yeah, it ain't that late. No, I just don't.
See, it's not that late. We could do it like towards the beginning of a show,
right?
You know, we could start the show with like a.
It's a few steps. I got to turn the amp.
Oh, and Cowboy, you haven't heard back from anybody else. We got the sound stage, right?
Do a couple settings.
Yeah. Call me tomorrow, and we'll get you the information for that.
Excellent. That's awesome. Fantastic. Thank you very much. That's what an awesome place. What a great place to have as a venue. Be your own Ganji. And that's pretty big. How many people do you think that holds?
Oh God, I think probably 1,000.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. You have a
absolutely.
Okay, nice.
And it's kind of funny because last time I was in it, like I was telling you, I was at that intimate show. In one of the manager's offices, right on their desk, they had a Jungle Boys bag.
Did they really?
Yeah, I was like, that's pretty damn cool.
Well, hopefully, maybe they are very understanding.
Oh, they were all on it when I told them it's a 420. I mean, it's Gainesville, you know.
Well, it's Gainesville, and you're right. Gainesville has not gotten the love it should, because Gainesville cops have been kind of okay, you know.
Man,
and they
have back in the day.
They were very hard. They were very hard on people.
Well, I mean, back in the early 90s when I first moved to Gainesville from Miami, down at Bo Diddley Park, they used to always have huge
Bo Diddley,
concert,
Parker, Bo Diddley.
and
Yeah.
they had the doobie toss, and this group every year used to sneak in a huge
Right there
shoebox
at
full
City
of,
Hall.
yeah, well, yeah, right downtown, yeah, right there. Yep.
Okay.
So what can
Okay.
they do?
I've heard of things that went on over there. And
Oh yeah,
but I'll tell you though, they cleaned up the image of it. Um
yeah,
and so things have definitely changed. So I would be delighted. Look, Gainesville is one of those places that people from Orlando will drive to. You know,
oh yeah.
Gainesville is one of those places people from Jacksonville will drive to.
I
And
can
that's
take a
what we're looking
train.
for.
I can take a
You know,
train.
you take the train, you're gonna love the train.
It'll come
Not
right
being
into
able to
Waldo.
smoke. It comes in the Waldo?
Yeah,
Really?
it
I
still
need
comes
someone to
in
pick me
Waldo.
up.
We'll come get you.
Uber Lyft.
Well, I'll come get you. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
we'll
think
get some VIP.
that is wild. I'll come get you in my tiny car. I'll come get you in my Hyundai, the Velociraptor. This thing is small. I'm telling you, once you get in, like you fall into it and you're in and you're like, shit, getting out's gonna be hard. I'm just gonna kind of like roll myself out. It's not that it's so low to the ground, but once you get in, you sit almost like in a cockpit.
That's the way the Camaro was that I had. It was tight.
Yeah, it sits you and it sits you snug.
Yeah,
And I mean you feel like you have enough room, but not like you're gonna be turning around or doing some shit. No, you have enough room to you're in the seat. You know, what was it like bucket seats, I think?
I want to
yeah.
share.
I had bucket seats in mine, but I mean,
Very nice
literally, I
ride.
was an inch away from the top.
You're a tall
Seat was
guy.
low.
So
Yeah,
that's
so
so that had to be pretty uncomfortable.
yeah, it was
I mean, you
it
you,
was
you
fun
probably
to
thought you
drive.
looked
Don't get me
great,
wrong.
but you're in the car. Like you are in the car. You're like, yeah. Ah.
Well, now I drive the minivan sort of SUV Subaru, so
You know something? I really like Subarus. I'm all about
I
them
love
right
it.
now. Great
I
engines,
keep
great
my old
runners,
one.
great. Yeah.
Well,
So,
they're the safest car out there.
It's legendary, the reliability of these things, compared
reliability,
to the
safety
history of
standard.
American cars. American cars caught up, but it's good engineering that lasts is like so important.
Well, no,
Yeah.
100%. It really does. And I think, a lot more love needs to be put to vehicles like this. And I never realized it as a younger kid, because as a younger kid, it was about how fast you're going,
I
how
think
big's your engine.
Subaru,
I wanted convertibles, I wanted this, and I had them.
I think
But
Subaru moved its North American headquarters to Camden, New Jersey, because they built a facility there, and I used to work in that area, and we
huh,
go up, and everybody in the fucking parking lot had Subarus and fuckers. They all had free cars, like because they all worked there.
I think they do it at a great
Yeah,
discount.
sure they do. Yeah, it's
Yeah, I mean,
great.
like
It's a perk.
huge. But
Yeah,
it's a perk of working. You've been there for
yeah.
like a
They give
year.
them a car at cost. Basically, it doesn't. It's just
Well, I
called
know some of
whatever.
the car dealerships out here in Florida, they do a thing where when you start working for them and you start selling a certain amount of cars
You get a
on a
car.
regular basis, they're like, okay, we'll give you this truck. We'll give you the 60, 70, $80,000 truck. And you're like, okay. And okay, sounds great. What's the catch? So they put their advertisement on the side of, like, they put a big wrap on the car or on the truck. And so so they're making your payments while you still continue to sell cars, but but it's your payment. So you are responsible for this payment the second, like, you fall out of salesmanship, or you're not doing as well, or
Oh, well, they take it
um
back. You're saying the perk,
so it's free, but it's not free.
right? There's
And
some strings attached.
because you're paying through, you have to hit a certain commissionary number, like you have to hit like 10 cars minimum a month, which is not hard, but it can be if that's how you see it. It depends on where you're working. But yeah, so there's different programs like that. Very interesting. uh, these massively expensive vehicles, and they can really just write these things off as advertising.
Uh,
Okay. Wild conversations tonight. Great micro topics. I have no idea. I have only partial ideas of what we were talking about earlier. I'm still mentally on our 420 event for next year. Just letting everybody know, the closer we get to ticket sales, that might be your only way to find out where this thing is located.
Special Willy Wonka ticket that lets you know the secret location of the special.
I mean, we'll probably talk about it here on the show.
Oh, that's right. You haven't revealed where the festival is, and I'll keep it in mind that that's an NDA thing where you don't want to talk about that because it's a secret. It's a secret.
Yeah.
Well, it's a secret until we tell everybody. And in that, we're gonna say it's going on. Get your tickets. Here's where you get your tickets. Here's the link. But this is going to be one of the most exciting, one of the most onboard events for a 420.
Do you have a name for it? Is it like weed stock?
It's the Oraganji. Be your own ganji. Keeping it simple. It's the event of being highly motivated. I don't know. You're right. We probably need a good name.
Good name.
Everything's about good names.
Maybe we can ask Lucent to come up with
people.
A list of possible names.
Maybe just be your own ganji. And that's it. And people are going to come in and like, what the fuck is a ganji? What is this? Fest. And they're going to learn that this is a ganji fest.
You should append the year Ganji Fest 26 or Ganji Fest 27.
Look, Ganji Fest. I think that's interesting.
Ganji Fest 27.
Ganji Fest.
Ganji
I'm looking
Fest
at
27.
looking what it looks like.
Over 250 exhibitors of wonderful cannabis weed. Every kind of thing you can imagine: edibles, cartridges,
mushrooms. No, I mean, I'm sure there will be vendors like that, and I already had a few of them that I know that have reached out to me.
Are there shroom vendors? Is that legal?
No.
Yes.
No. Yeah.
Yes. And probably one of the best, and probably one of the best in existence. That will be there as well. Already got confirmation.
No.
So that's incredible, and that's a really big booth with a lot of offerings, some amazing stuff, very authentic, very real, very work. I may have to remain sober-esque. I said sober-esque during this event. Not that I want to, but I think I should. More so because if I'm organizing, running, and helping making things go off smoothly, I'll microdose. I mean, I'll still microdose. It's not like I'm going to go completely.
You ever watch that show Fringe? Did you ever watch that show Fringe? On CBS with the I don't know.
I try not to watch TV. I mean, I watch movies. I watch Netflix. I watch Prime, Amazon Prime, but regular news or regular TV or regular programming, no.
Yeah. So this character, I forget the guy who plays him, but the character's name is Walter Bishop. And he is an older dude, and he has a beard. And the series starts out where they have to go to an insane asylum and get this guy. And he is a mad scientist, and he says crazy things because he's kind of crazy, but he's always like, oh, I'll make some LSD and that'll help us see into a better thing. Like he's always wanting to take LSD, this guy. And so that was the show about. The show would at the beginning of the show, it would just have buzzwords like artificial intelligence, hyper perplexity, cannabis, it would just be all these weird words like quantum entanglement, like all these weird things. I highly recommend that show. You should check it out. I think you like that show, Oren.
What is it called?
Fringe. It's a big TV show.
I'm so high. He was saying all this shit. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on?
Dude, it's definitely a great TV show. It's a great TV show. It's a great TV.
Wow.
It's fun.
Wow.
It's fun.
What a busy night. I still have ahead of me. What is it right now? We're at 10. Okay. I'm like, my brain is in shutdown mode. It's been such a long day. I want to say thank you to everybody for coming to the show. I want to say thank you for bringing your energy. And yes, I'll give you a call tomorrow. 100%. I think that's super awesome. Holy shit. I cannot wait to talk to them. What an awesome venue. What
Oh
an
yes.
awesome place. Right there in Gainesville. I mean, that's kind of because that's Tom Petty,
You're giving away the
you
secret
know?
location.
That's okay. People forget. Look, wasn't that where Tom Petty
Yeah.
perform?
Well, not at Hartwood, no.
He
But
didn't perform at Heartwood.
no, it wasn't around back then. He played places like Rickenbacker. So a lot of the places are gone. Like Dubs. Dubs is
There's a
famous.
place close to downtown, but right outside of downtown. And I don't know why I keep thinking that's like Heartwood Studios, which it might be. But there was a studio there. There was an outside venue, and Petty would play right over here. And there was like a little bar that would come up, similar to like the One Love Cafe in Gainesville.
Oh, you're talking behind the Hippodrome
Yes,
back there. God, I remember that. That's where Sister Hazel made it big, also.
really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Wow. Well,
so,
see, Gainesville is one of
yeah,
those
there's a
places. That's why I
lot
don't know why I thought the Heartwood Studios was it was I feel like there was something there before what they
yeah,
had
well, it
built
was the old
upon.
train depot. It was the old train depot.
Well, it's
Is
right
what it
there on
was.
the right there. Yeah. That
Yeah.
something that's a very interesting area. I
That
don't know how
place
the
was
parking
all
is,
run
but
down,
interesting.
but they fixed it up. They've done really good with it and everything. So, but yeah,
That's
Gainesville's had a
exciting.
lot come out of Gainesville. I mean, I did shrooms with River Phoenix back in '92 because
Really?
that's well, yeah, he was in a band. He had a band in Gainesville called Alika's Attic, and I used to go and watch him all the time and they hang out with him and stuff and see him around town. But that was about a year before he died.
Wow.
His mom and them, they still have the River Phoenix Foundation, which is based there in Gainesville. So
See, the stories
they
that
have
you
a place
find
out
out
there
that
in
you wouldn't
Mississippi.
hear on any other show. These are things that this is just life, just growing up. It's like people, we didn't see them as famous necessarily, but we saw them as people, as vibe, as friends, and you guys did mushrooms together. That sounds like it was
Yeah,
fun.
it was cool.
I'm about to say
That
that sounds like that was fun. That sounds like that was
was
a hell
back
of
in
an
the day when
adventure.
you had to pick them.
And those were terrible. They tasted
They,
bad. I mean, they
you had
still
to watch
taste pretty bad.
them.
But
We go for the bullets.
okay. And did you make a tea or did you just eat them right there?
Yeah, we would eat them, but I used to make a tea concentrate that all you needed was a shot glass, and yeah,
Really?
you were on
Yeah,
cloud
tea.
nine.
You make a good tea, can a good mushroom tea, a mushy tea, and wow,
Yeah,
and it would activate so quickly because you've already started making it more bioavailable. You're already breaking it down, and it's even started a partial fermentation process. I mean, what an incredible, even early kombucha. Would that be like early psychedelic kombucha, mushroom kombucha? That's interesting. Depending on how you make the tea. Now
mm,
I'm gonna go look up some shit. Anyways, everybody, again, thank you for coming to the show tonight. We're gonna talk about it coming up on Friday. We're going to make forward steps in creating this event for next 420. I'm incredibly excited. We're going to have a roundtable of Ganjis that have understanding and say and know-how and ideas and advice and motivation because there's a lot of things to bring people down and make people not do something, but it's community that keeps you going. It's
yeah,
community that reminds you, hey, why are we doing this? We're doing this for a great time, for us, for others, for the future, for energy, for vibe. We're here to change and take back this holiday. Take it back from retail, take it back from discounts, and bring it back to its origins of we're doing this as a group of people
We need
wanting to get together.
a feast like
We,
barbecue, and
oh yes, no. I'm 100% with you, but I'm not sure how to do the feast. Whether we do it at the event or we do it on 420, actually celebrating the day after the event, kind of like as a thank you to everybody, to the bands, to the vendors, to the magicians,
Mhm. Yeah,
to
the
friends,
after party.
to friends, to family. Maybe we do a big barbecue. Maybe we do it Texas, Florida style. Well, all Florida style. I don't know. A little flair of Texan barbecue.
Gators,
We should be doing
Yeah.
some gator.
gator burgers.
I'll
But
get
I think a
some.
big barbecue would be good. I think a big barbecue is a good way to feed a bunch of people. That's actually a really good idea, Chris.
Mm.
That's a great idea.
You do
And
them
still
both,
do it
like
in a
catering, you know.
jungly theme. I don't know. But I think yes, a feast of meat, a feast of the eyes, a feast of
Barbecue.
information, a feast of yes.
I'm
Barbecue
hungry
is
too. Like I'm
legendary.
just saying.
You
That's
stop
why
it.
I
I'm
come
hungry
home.
right now as well. I'm hungry. I had some shrimp and grits before the show started.
Yeah, I got some
Beautiful,
stuff
big,
I'm gonna
gigantic
munch
shrimp.
into.
I find the bigger the shrimp get, the more stringy and tough they are. You know,
Yeah.
a smaller shrimp kind of retains that plump juiciness. I'm a big shrimp and grits supporter. Anyways, everybody, look, Wednesday. Good night. Have a great evening.
Take care, you guys.
Let
No,
me
it's
end
here.
the Facey book.
Hey, I'm gonna
And
send you some music,
Cowboy,
Chris.
thank you very much for
Hey,
coming.
Cowboy. Hey,
Christopher,
Oren.
thank you so much for coming. And thank you everybody for showing up to the show and just being amazing. East Coast Visual Media, check out our Discord server because there's a lot going on now on the Discord
Hey,
server. There was food. East Coast was busting out some food that he was making. Looked
troublesome.
excellent.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, I'm hungry. I'm gonna go test the
I'm
ice
gonna
cream
send you
in the
some
freezer.
music for the time machine.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's gonna send you some music for the time
yeah.
machine.
Please do that. Please do that, Cowboy. You got me on LinkedIn. Send it there.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks. That would
You
be
guys
great.
have a
That'd be
great night,
awesome.
man. It's been a great show, Oren.
Thank you very much, and you guys have been awesome for coming in. I appreciate it.
Thanks
Everybody
for
have
the
a good
stories
one.
too.
Friday.
you both
Oh,
had some great stories there
Well,
with
so
the mommy
Friday
and the
we're gonna have some
person.
more great micro topics, a
Right.
little bit more cannabis education, and of course, towards the end of the show, we're gonna talk about our 420 event. We're gonna talk about it so much it's gonna be ingrained in people's heads. Like if they don't get tickets, they're like, I've missed this. I've missed like the only event, the only real stoner event of the year, and it is.
Stunner event of the year.
Because look, there is no, and we want to reclaim that word. I want to reclaim pothead and stoner. I want to reclaim, all these stereotypes and archetypes that they've created around cannabis. That's what the event is for. This, I'm telling you, you're going to walk into
Powerful
this place and you're going to
transformation.
feel like you're
Yep.
part of it. You're going to feel like your energy is like the avatar. Like you've taken your tail and done that weird integration thing. You're going to feel that. Okay, I'll leave it at that. You're gonna feel some funky stuff. Everybody, thank you again.
Much love, you guys. Take care.
Hey, much
All
love,
right.
everyone.
Take
Thank
care.
you. Good night. Good
Bye.
night. Good night.